Alright, so last night we got 3 skeletal horses. 3 out of 4 ain't too bad, and here I am now doing some other stuff, and while I've got that editing and rendering out for another project, I'm playing some Minecraft. So what I've done here is, this is not our lily pad entry. That's right there. This is not the lower entry. This is one that I just blew out, and it doesn't line up with the waterfall. One of those was natural, one of them was me. It does not line up with that. I decided I didn't like that. I decided we should start from here. This sort of more lines up with like the bridge here, as best I can tell. And looks like the sun is going down, but I've got this kind of in position. And what I'm thinking about doing, I don't want it to be all stone. I kind of want it to be grass. I think grass would be the best looking bridge here. However, I also want to involve wood because we're in a flower forest, sort of a transition between the borders, right? And I don't know that I've got near enough oak, so we're probably gonna have to harvest some more. But I am wanting to have like a oak liner here, oak planks in the middle, stone uprights, and then a grass path. Probably doesn't make a lot of sense right now, but I think it will when we come back. In terms of connecting here, who knows? I'm gonna try to figure something out. We might relocate the waterfall to the sides. We might throw waterfalls in over here. All kinds of things can and will happen. Also of note, I've kind of improved that path a little bit, added a dam, moved some flowers, landscape, terraformed, all that jazz. So bottom line, I'm going to be going through. I did also last night, AFK, and got most of the tools. I didn't fix this guy, but we got the others going. So I'm going to go ahead and continue work on this. Just wanted to show you the frame out before I make like significant progress. That cow that's in the tunnel, can't really see him, he's right there, but he's the one that used to climb the vines all the time. So good thing he learned he can come down. So anyway, I'm going to get to work, and I'll catch you back here shortly. Just a progress point because I think this looks really cool, but I am tempted to ring it out and alternate materials. However, I think I'll stick with the original plan. Alright, so this looks really cool, but it's sadly going to be looking like this from the bottom only because we're about to cover it in dirt, so I'm gonna get to that. Welcome back. Just reviewing the impressive 5 minutes of footage I have, and I'm trying to get this cranked out so you can see it tomorrow, later today now. And we got a good streak of Minecraft Monday going, so if you don't know where we are, that is perfectly understandable. You probably still don't, probably still don't, probably still don't, probably still don't. And I've played a ton. I just haven't recorded any of it. It's all kind of been random. This is new. That is new. That I think is also new. So basically, this is a Super Mario World furnace room, right? And let me kind of walk you through this here. So this is a path, and it's going that way. And if we come up here, this is also a path that goes this way. Oh, that reminds me, I've built a lot of bridges, haven't I? I sure have. So that brings us back full circle to something that I've had done for a very long time. And it's not this impressive oak or birch, wood production facility that we've got going in the savannah. But it's not, man, I've done a lot. I've done so much that I've not ever recorded. Okay, so we'll start over here. Now you probably know where we are, right? We've got a village. It's weird. It's sunk into a hill. We've got a path. And this path is a birch and oak plank bridge. And if you look up there, that should probably look familiar to you, right? So we storm this direction, and if I go through the lily pads, we have, and this is basically me making lush caves before that was a thing, we have this. And this is new, and it's apparently not done because I don't like that, and I just realized that we didn't have it done, and I thought I did because I haven't been here in so terribly long. So if I come up here now, you're going to see where this transitions. This is a viewpoint. Ooh, no, this is the view that I showed you earlier, you know, like in the episode, which was granted a long time ago now. And it's just the bridge. And now a lot has changed from this perspective. We have this bridge, but I've got that bridge, which you haven't even seen yet, and we have that bridge that we just used, and we have that house and all these other buildings. So back to this though, because this is how I want this to be here. I wanted grass. I just felt like, you know, we're kind of like going into this like, you know, flowery forest village oasis thing with, you know, Demon Mountain over there. But this part, yeah, this part needs grass. If you recall, the waterfall was there. It's partially been relocated. This is not done either, although this part is, and this is really all that I wanted to accomplish for this short one. I've redone this thing. This is sort of just like a kick out for scenic overlook. It'll probably get some glass at some point in time. This, I feel like I've shown you this before. I don't know. It doesn't really go anywhere. It just stops with a view. Or does it go to the swamp? Honestly, I don't think it does, but it could. So there's our little grotto that leads down to the cattle pen. And I think that's where this is going to terminate. Yeah, so that's our cattle pen. That's the swamp. We've got a dock down there, and there's a looming mountain of great evil, right? So back this way, and again, this was all in existence prior. If I could get this to run, it'd be great. If we turn this way, this is all still kind of here and in flux. Overview, and, you know, our cool bridge that we've redone, the pathway back over. There's our cactus facility with the zombie spawner and the skeleton spawner. Cool flower forest, more flower forest. You get the idea, right? So we come in here. And this is currently in work. I took out the entire pathway that we'd placed here, and I've now got that waterfall going, right? So this is the bridge, and I guess this is the waterfall. I was debating what to do. I think stone should be what we go with. If I was on a version of the game that had like the stripped logs, I think we would do that. But I feel like it needs to be believable. You know, that's a pretty long span there. I thought the oak would look better. I could take that stone out, and I think it would. We may still do that. And then maybe at some point in time, you know, if I ever update the game, we would get away from that aesthetic there. Let's see here. So back to all of this stuff. I think there's probably a few cut-throughs somewhere over this way. I don't know that we would be able to find them. But somewhere on this mountain, not there. Not there either. It must be farther, or more likely higher up. Again, did not plan on doing anything from this vantage point, but it is what it is because I'm trying to get this done so you can watch it. I think that'll connect. Up there, there's somewhere, I promise, that there's like a tunnel, and I've done a ton of tunneling through here, so let me just prove it to you right here, just so you know that I don't lead you astray. This was a huge pocket of something that I needed at the time, but this does go through all the way. Again, huge pockets of things that we needed. And this is what I was talking about right there. So we'll eventually deal with this. This is not the time or the place. For now, it's just a way for me to go from A to B if I'm so inclined. So as we step over here, that is the new bridge that we just took. Oh yes, that's new as well. So right here, this is not done. I was debating if I wanted it. I think I'm going to expand that little lake, and maybe like this could very well become a dam is sort of what I was thinking it would be. That is a chicken pen that is new, and it actually has a path that goes to it, complete with a self-sustaining wheat field. Cattle pens still over there. Here's the path that leads to the path. But this was in progress and not done. It will eventually be done, but it's basically, I don't know if this is going to be like a place where workers live or some production facility. I kind of thought it would be like an apartment complex of sorts. We're expanding the village, if you didn't know. It's going to become some conglomerate thing. Coming over this way, this is just somebody's house. That's all this is. They don't have a bed and they don't live there yet, but they'll eventually move in and pay me somehow, probably in emeralds, because that's the only currency in this game. There's a lot of really crazy caves all along this river. More on that at some point in time. So, this is all just kind of in progress, and I mean, it took a lot of time. It's just I want to get the episode done. So I wasn't sure what all I would fill in there. This, again, we've been in. That's going to be like a furnace room type of a deal. Again, industrial scale production. What this is, and why I have slime, and why I have comparators, and why there's a comparator clip, I'm going to build a rail duplicator, because this path, you don't know it yet, but this path right here is going to go to a mine and a ravine and all sorts of great things. So coming up here, I don't think I filmed any of this. I've sort of framed this out vaguely, but this is kind of a cool little just entryway. There's another one there, and then boom, whammo blammo, cavo. I think that may have terminated. I don't really remember. I've been in so many caves. So the other thing that was crazy, this comes out and then it lowers, and it's just kept lowering, and it's like, oh, this is some crazy stuff here. And all that right there, I was just kind of chiseling away. I think I needed smooth stone is probably why we did that. But this right here, this is a tunnel, and this is a tunnel that is going to tie in from the mine area. This is one of those areas that's like natural. More on that later. Keep in mind what that looks like. Ladder on a stone brick. Okay. So coming over here, we're gonna pop out at some point. Heard an Enderman. Yes, I found a ravine here too. I'd forgotten all about that one. We make a 90-degree turn, and can't really run because I haven't mined it out yet. And that goes places, if I'm not mistaken. I think out to the granite quarry. This is really not, but that's what it looks like from here. And boom. Not even going to waste our time and go there. So, coming back, what we're interested in is the pathway and the sword swing that we have up here. I feel like that's a little dark. Don't want a creeper surprise me. So coming up this direction, you can go that way, but you can go this way. If we go this way, where are we? We're at the site of the dam, right? There's my little tunnel. There's all the village stuff. Here's this place. Coming through this thing, that's where we came from. It'll go all the way back to that quarry area. And then coming this way, I don't know if I showed any of this last time or not. This is the bridge that goes towards the village, and this is the underside of said bridge. This actually then goes all the way over here, and this one terminates into a grotto off the river. All right, kind of cool, at least I thought so. I don't know if I can backtrack into this other one, but it should be somewhere off the edge, and there's a lot of menacing caves, this thing, so that'll go there, and that's kind of what you need to know at this point in time. So coming back this way, and there's so much more that I've done that we're not even remotely close to seeing. Let me show you this one. We come in here, some of these are sort of bunked out, right? But this one has a hole in the ground, and it comes down here, and we're in this little tunnel system now. But we should sleep so no evil comes on us. And I will run you now back to the top. That's what we're gonna do. So we just came from the bunkhouse, which has this little secret passage, which will be way more secret, like when you don't see it because a bed is there, right? That's sort of the end goal. We're gonna come in, we're gonna take the side exit, we're gonna go straight to work over here, because that's what villagers are gonna have to do, is work. Got to earn their keep, And we're gonna hop the fence because we work here and it's cool. And there's the button. So where are we? We're in the furnace room, and I'm thinking of doing iron skylights, but that's a commodity that I don't have a lot of access to. Now, if you note over here, we could put a cauldron. We could also have cauldrons here and there. But what's this? Oh no, we've fallen on a ladder that is on top of a stone block. Do you remember where this was? I hope you do. So we come this way, and boom, we're back in this tunnel. And where does this tunnel go? Anyone? Yeah, that's right. It goes back to the site of the mine that doesn't exist yet, but will in the future, which is why we're making a rail production facility. And that tied in with a random clip I had of Sam the Conductor, which is the start of this episode. So, what do I need? Why is that not done? Doesn't it make sense for me to have finished that and then shown you all this monstrosity? Absolutely, but you know what I don't have? I didn't bring redstone with me, and I also didn't bring rails. And sure, I could go make the mine right now, but why would I do that when I have access to them all? In the meantime, so many paths. I've spent so many hours making paths here and trying to see what path connects best with what path. And what I'm going to do now is try to highlight this as quick as I can for you. So right over there, that is a lake. That is our cactus production facility, right where my cursor's at. Over, if we got to high ground, that's our new bridge there. Right over that way is our path. That means that our cool bridge is there. And what I want to showcase, though, I don't know how well you'll remember this or how long ago it was, but right up here, see the strange stone? That wasn't a creeper crater. That's how the world generated. Boom, we've got a ravine. And the plan is to blow this out, take the trees away from it, at least on this side, have it as like a backdrop, maybe even a billboard. And it's going to be a ravine, and we're going to attempt to connect it by way of tunnel to the mine, which, as you know, is connected to that industrial complex, which will connect to the village, right? And from here, I don't even know. It would be absurd for me to attempt to showcase all the path work that I've done. So what I'm going to do is take you back this way. You can hear there's lots of caves, by way of the bats. So these little stone pillars are cool. They come over here. This is the entry to our mine. Again, and all that connected there was natural until you got into like the blatantly obvious things I had created. So that's our path there. This is our main path that's still under construction. And if we kick up here past this oak tree, check it out. I thought, hey, we need some reeds here because we're going to be trading with villagers. Anywhere you see a torch, it's a path I've recently done. Anywhere you see a torch on a block, it's also a path I've recently done. So coming this way, this might be all I show you. We're about to start. Alright, so up we go. I say sprint. Okay, obviously this is not done. This is not a one wide unsupported, oak plank in the wild, or is it? It was, but as we traverse this direction, you'll note there's no torch there. There's torches here. And so as I come this direction, we're just gonna follow this, and in certain places I've whittled away. You can see more magical oak planks, you can see more beautiful torches, and this is going to become a pathway. It will encircle all the area between our village industrial complex and this point, which is all of that. And that may be livestock, it may be gardens, it might be housing, who knows what it's going to be, but it'll be something at some point in time. I'm kind of tired of being over here, I can't lie. Not sure when or if it will ever see completion. That's a big cave there. I remembered it as we nearly fell into it. And if you note, we got more torches, right? And I'm just going to, in good faith, assume that I knew what I was doing when I laid these out and showcase where it goes and why it's going there. So, is this complete? Absolutely not. I want to make it nice. I want to add birch fences. I want to add sandstone. I want to do all kinds of things that take time that I don't have. So, as we crest this hill, you will see, now there's cobblestone, whatever you want to call it. You do you. And you'll note that there's some there and there's some going that way. If we look that way, what's that in the distance? Why, it appears to be a village. And that's what it is. It's a desert village. And yet, the torches continue in this direction. What in the world are they doing? Who knows? I know, because I've mapped this madness out over the course of countless hours attempting to figure it out. If you see here, you will note there's lots of pigs. That means there's bacon. That means this is highly desirable for settling. You'll also see proof that I whittled this away so majestically, so beautifully, to come back and collect seeds that will plant wheat that can build a community. And that was the end of my sandstone right here. But as we've come this far, what have we done? What have we learned, if anything? Aside from the fact I'm tired, and I'm trying really hard to have this out Monday, for all 30 people that might watch it. Some of you probably watch it more than once. So, what do we have here? We've got a portal with glowstone. Does that seem familiar? Does it look familiar? It should. It was put there by me, and it was put there by me so I could find it glowing in the darkness. Going this way? No, we don't need to do that. That tells me we need to go this way. So looking back this way, we've got the amazing desert mountain. If I take you this direction, again, following the torches, which are not yet a path, but almost are. We're going to go places, you and I, that's right. We're going to crest this hill. There's no boat, unfortunately. So we're going to go this direction. We're going to follow the torches. That's some sort of a digging I've done. Probably goes to a cave. More sandstone. The sandstone's going and going and going, right? You can see the sandstone just go for miles. And what's going to be this? This is a path that's also, you guessed it, not complete. But where does it go? Does anyone know? I know. It goes to this, the point that we stopped it being complete. And what's that? Why, you guessed it, it's a desert village. So, note how well you see that portal. They gotta love purple in the daytime and glowstone at nighttime. But what was this? Why was the river there? Why did some torches lead to the river, you ask? Let's find out. Best entry to a city ever, possibly. There's several that are like super similar to that. What is all this? Well, this is new, so I will see it and know where I am and what I'm doing with my life, which is currently wasting it away playing Minecraft for a very small audience. But cobblestone right there. Where is this? That's right, a village. There's our horse that I had plans to use that I don't, and all this stuff connects, right? So if you and I were to arrive, and why in the world do I not have a boat here? Unbelievable. Okay, we might add boat dispensers next episode. So what I'm going to do is run through the water because we have magical boots that allow that. Surprised nothing ever spawns in there. Probably would if we hung around long enough. Anyway, I think we're going to get out of the water because we're having a lot of trouble running today. But we're on a river. Where does the river lead? The river leads this way. The river runs free. Be like the river. Be free. So we're going and we're traversing and we see more cobblestone. Why? Because that way you know where to go. And there's other routes that don't have cobblestone. And do they go places? Actually, they do. But we're only concerned with the cobblestone because this cobblestone and this pig's back that we just broke by landing on it, making bacon, is going to take us right through there. And do you see down there? There's more cobblestone, so you know, like, hey, this is definitely where I want to be to go here. Well, where does that go? To our cactus facility. That's right. And where is our cactus facility? It's right on the edge, the ragged edge of our forest with the village and the giant cow farm and the zombie spawner and the skeleton spawner and all the paths that we were just on that connect to all these villages, which are so far from home, but are actually close to other villages that are closer to home, if that makes any sense. So, now you know where we are. This is it. This is, you know what? I think this was in an episode or two ago, but I need to go in that portal because that's the easiest way for me to get redstone and all kinds of other stuff. But we're going to go through here because these episodes have been short and now they're going to be long. You didn't get much out of this, but I put a lot into it, if that makes any sense at all. So there's that. Right over there, that ravine is the one that I told you I'm going to take out all these trees and we're going to have connected to the mine. That's over there. So as we come down this way, got my overlook there that we're not even going to bother to utilize because we're going this direction. We're going down through here. Let's stop and appreciate this view. So again, that's the ravine. That's where we want to go. That's where that other portal is over there. If we come this direction, we're going to get back to the bridge that we started this episode on and call it good. So hopefully you kind of start to get a feel for this area. And spoiler alert, I spent a lot of time away from it, and we're now back at it. So as we crest this bridge, we've got a great view of that bridge, right? So we're going to come up here. Keep in mind, it kind of unfortunate that this area is not done, but I mean the cows and the chickens love it, and that's really all one can ask for in this game. So as we go this direction, we should be safe until mobs spawn and drop down on this bridge and plummet us not to our death, but to a wet awakening. So we're going to wake up, and boom, this is done, and that's all that we really wanted to do. So that's about it. That's about where we're at with this. So again, that's our bridge. I might put a waterfall over there too, not sure, but all that area is kind of what's going to be the mining district, if you will, right? So we need to take this staircase, come on down here, turn this way, and maybe we should go over there. Did I showcase that before? I don't really know. So I'm going to run you through here. This will become a path that's going to connect with this one. Now this right here, did I showcase this in a previous episode? I don't know that I did. If I didn't, we'll do it real quick, because again, content. Okay. This is just all through the mountain. That's the cattle pen. You can see that pathway. Look out, beef. We come up this way. That goes over to the swamp. I think I've still not conquered that cave, that glaring cave. That's something we need to do. This goes, if you've forgotten about the swamp or you need a placeholder, you can obviously, the quickest way is to go through the mountain. But right there, see those acacia docks? Yeah, that's the thing. Now, do those rivers connect to other villages or other items of interest? They sure do. Have I been there? I sure have. Do I have them mapped out? Kind of. So, coming back this way, this is not done either. We'll get to it eventually. But I want to showcase this because that bridge right there is going to go to another area of great evil. But this bridge goes to an industrial complex, which is going to tie in with a mine and a ravine and all that other stuff. And it'll be a nice, proper pathwork when it's complete. So this kind of gives you an overview of what I've been working on. Some of it's complete, most of it is not. And we very well could be in some total different destination, because I've done a lot that I can't showcase here because it's super far away. And that's just what I do when I play this game and kind of enjoy it. I just do random stuff, and if I go back through a portal to get redstone, well, sometimes I wind up doing other things. So with that said, there's an episode. It's a little longer for you. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you've stuck around, or if you were just a cheapskate that skipped to the end, might have a new series coming, and I'm pretty excited about it. I've wanted to play the game for a long time. There was a version of it named after a year, and it hasn't come out since that year, and now it has. And I think we're going to do it. And also, my pants are on fire. On that note, I should probably put that out, or at least block it so you don't know. And hope everybody had a good weekend. This is Wiisdom Plays Minecraft. Whatever this is, I don't even know what to call it. But basically, I'm just trying to connect all these points of interest in the world by pathway and by riverway. Because ultimately, we'll fight the dragon, get elytra, and never use this stuff, but we can look down on it and appreciate all the effort we put in for it not to be functional. So, with that said, thanks for watching. I'll catch you back here for the next thrilling installments of Wiisdom Plays Minecraft. Adios.